Hey, thanks for joining us on the channel this week. It is hot. We are in Texas. It's been triple digits since I don't know how long. It's been hot all across the country this summer. And so I thought it'd be no better time to talk about RV air conditioning than right now. So a lot of people getting into RVs, investigating RVs, or just bought their RV may not understand how electricity and your air conditioner work in conjunction, what you can run your air conditioner on, and what are your limitations. And so today we're going to be talking about all of it, how it works, very little because I don't know that much, but I know a little bit. But what modifications you can make to have your air conditioner run on basically any power source that you have available. That was one of the very first modifications that I got when we got into the RV world a couple of years ago. And now that we have two RVs, I like to make sure that I can cool that coach down no matter where we are. A driveway, boondocking, or just on the side of the road having lunch. I want to be able to run that air conditioner, and I'll tell you how to do that and what modifications you need. But before we get into all of that, I would invite you to subscribe to this channel, especially if you like leisure travel vans, if you like Airstreams, or you like RVs in general, because that's what we talk about. And if you'll take just a moment, give me the old thumbs up. YouTube likes to see all those interactions, and then it'll actually spread this information to other people looking for RV stuff, right? And so appreciate you doing that. But let's get into all of it right now. Okay, let's talk about how your RV operates on electricity. So from the factory, your RV is either going to be a 30 amp or a 50 amp RV. Now then, we have a 2020 leisure travel van Unity FX, and that is on the Mercedes-Benz Sprinter chassis. It's a small Class C, 25 feet. It's a 30 amp RV with just a single air conditioner. Now we also have a Airstream Globetrotter 27 footer that is 50 amp service because it has two air conditioners, which if you're getting into an Airstream, probably 25 feet and up, you're definitely going to want to add that second air conditioner as an option, especially if you're in the south or southwest, because I can tell you it needs it. We've already taken the Airstream out in 100-degree temperatures. If I didn't have that second air conditioner, I probably would have put a for sale sign on that thing. But with the two air conditioners, it did make it cool. Now in the leisure travel van, single air conditioner, that thing is fantastic at cooling down. In fact, Janet, even if it's 100 degrees outside, Janet will actually get cold in there. So it does a great job. A lot more insulation. I don't know if it's insulation, but has a lot fewer windows. The Airstream is packed with windows, so I do know that is a hindrance to keeping that cool air in and the heat out, and the opposite in the winter. So with that being said, if you have a 30 amp coach, or if you have a 50 amp coach, what does that exactly mean? Well, 50 amp is basically two legs of 120 volts coming into your RV, whereas 30 amp is just a single leg of 120 volts coming into your RV. So why do you need 50 amps with two air conditioners? Well, because the two air conditioners plus everything else you're running in your RV is going to require that second leg of 120 volt electricity. With the leisure travel van that has only the 30 amp, that 30 amp will, and that one leg coming in will basically run everything you need. Your microwave, your air conditioner, then of course your lights and TV, all of that good stuff. And so it does a great job at that. Also, big Class A's, fifth wheels, they are generally always 50 amp because they have multiple air conditioners. And I can tell you this, a 30 amp cord compared to a 50 amp cord, those things, the 50 amp cord is a beast and the 30 amp cord is a breeze. And so just a few of the differences between having a 30 amp coach and a 50 amp coach. So, but anyway, with a 50 amp coach, you basically have all the electricity you could ever need, and so running two air conditioners takes a lot more power, obviously, than one. Okay, some RVs, our leisure travel van in particular, comes with a generator. So we are able to run the air conditioning off of our generator as well. Generally in the travel trailer world or the fifth wheel world, they do not come with generators. You can sometimes option them in. With an Airstream, they don't have that as an option. So with the Airstream, if we want to run the air conditioning on a generator, then we have to lug one around with us. And that's one thing I do love about the leisure travel van. It does have one built in. It's a diesel generator. You can also get those in the propane variety as well. We chose a diesel generator. If I had it all to go back and do it again, I would probably choose the propane because we really don't use the generator that much at all. In fact, I've got a video about propane versus diesel generators, and I'll link that right there. Now with the Airstream, like I said, we do have a generator that we can tote around with us depending on what we're doing. Going on a long trip, yeah, you'll definitely want to take it because it'll help charge up your batteries, or it'll help you run that air conditioning if you don't have any other power sources. However, there's a little bit of a caveat with that. With the leisure travel van, you can run the air conditioner without a soft start. We'll talk about soft start, easy start here in just a moment. You can just run your coach off of that generator. It's a powerful enough generator. I believe it's 3,200 watts with some surge capabilities. You can run your coach off of that generator by itself. Now it's loud. Well, if you ever wondered how loud the diesel generator is on a leisure travel van, here's your answer. It doesn't smell that great. It's annoying, but it is there in a pinch if you need it. Now then, with the Airstream, we also run with a 3,200 watt portable generator, but could I run both air conditioners off of that? Not from the factory I can't, but there is a modification with the soft start / easy start that you can do that on. And so if you don't have a generator, you can definitely get a portable one and use that. Most of them, I think like 3,000 and up, they will come with a 30 amp plug into it, and so you can do that. If you get a smaller one, say a 2,200 watt generator to run one air conditioner, you'll have to get a dog bone. We'll explain dog bones here in a moment as well. So that leads us into soft start / easy starts. So what is a soft start / easy start, and why am I saying soft start and easy start? Well, that's basically two different terminologies and two different brands. And so the two main brands are Soft Start RV and then also Micro Air. And I do have a Micro Air here, and I also have a Soft Start here I'm going to show you because Soft Start just came out with an incredible new product that is kind of a game changer for some people. For some people, it's not going to be for. But let's first look at a hardwired soft start / easy start inside your air conditioner. And it does require either DIY or getting a technician to install this inside your air conditioner. Okay, so this is the Micro Air Easy Start, and Soft Start has a similar device just like this. Now this is meant to be hardwired inside your air conditioner, and what this thing does is it basically takes that huge amp spike when your compressor kicks on, and it really just evens it out. So when your compressor kicks on your RV and you feel that shake or hear that loud, kind of a bang noise, because that spike just really starts that compressor up with a ton of energy. And that is really why you have to have a minimum of 30 amp service in order to handle that spike. If it wasn't for that spike, then you could run your air conditioner all day long on just 15 amps. But that spike is the reason you can't. So what those soft starts, easy starts do is it just evens that spike out to where it doesn't do that huge amperage spike. And that allows you to even start up your compressor on 15 amp service or a smaller generator like a 2,200 watt generator. And so I think it is absolutely imperative to get one of these, because one of my things that we do, like I said, I want to be able to run my air conditioner no matter where I'm at. You don't know when you may have to leave your dogs in there or when you're going to stop for an extended amount of time. And the only type of plug you may have is 15 amp residential type service. And so with the soft start installed in your air conditioner, all you got to do is make sure your microwave isn't running or no huge power draws are running, and just turn your air conditioner on a household plug. So I think that is imperative, and that, like I said, a soft start was one of the very first things that we did in our leisure travel van. So in the LTV, we have a soft start, branded soft start in there. In the Airstream, we are putting the micro air. Now then, I have good relationships with both companies. They both do the exact same things, and I've got discount codes for both of them, and I'll link those down below. And so there's a few minor differences in them. With the micro air, they're slightly less expensive, but there is a learning mode you have to do. Then with a soft start, you just install it and it automatically adjusts without going through a little bit of a learning mode. But the learning mode isn't that hard. It's just it is a thing you have to do. So I'll put that in there. Also have a write-up on soft starts if you want to check that out and read all about that as well. But I do think a soft start installed inside your air conditioner is a fantastic upgrade to your RV life. You don't have to think about it. It is always there. Now then, some people say, well, I don't want to install because could it affect your warranty on the air conditioner? But of course it could, because it is an external item being hardwired into your RV, and it's an opportunity for Dometic to say, no, you put this soft start in and it ruined the AC. So if you're worried about that, there is now a solution that Soft Start, the company Soft Start RV, came up with. And here it is. It's called the Soft Start Up. It's an external soft start. It even has 1200 joules of surge protection. And you just put this in between the pedestal and your RV. And I tried it out on the Airstream, and it does work. Now this is the 30 amp version. And so I had two different dog bones going to the Airstream, because if you're plugging into a 15 amp, they actually send this with it. So there is the typical household plug, and there is the plug to go into the soft start. So then, of course, whenever I had the Airstream, it's 50 amps, so I had to have another dog bone that fit on here that would fit onto the 50 amp power cord. Now then, this thing is a game changer because there is zero installation. All you do is you plug it into the power pedestal, and then you just plug your RV right into it. So no install, nothing to worry about with warranty in case Dometic comes calling and everything. I never have worried about that because the soft start has always worked just perfect for me. So you don't necessarily have to do anything. These are a little bit more expensive than a single soft start, and that particular 30 amp will not run both air conditioners in the Airstream, but they are coming out with a 50 amp soon, and so then you would be able to run both air conditioners off of that external soft start. So that's the question. Do you want to just have an always there soft start that's installed, hardwired in your air conditioning, never think about it? Or do you want an external one that you plug in that gives you a little bit of surge protection as well? Now then, in a leisure travel van, they have a built-in surge protector. My Airstream does not. So I also have a Hughes Power Watchdog surge protector. That's like 4,500 joules, so a whole lot more protection with that Power Watchdog than that Soft Start RV. But with that being said, you do have options now, hardwire or external, either one you got. If you want to learn more about that, again, that link is down below. Okay, let's talk about running your air conditioner on lithium batteries. In our leisure travel van, 100% I can do that all day long. So it does, and it's kind of an expensive modification, but it's one that I would do all day long. So we have a Lithionics 315 amp hour battery, a 3000 watt inverter, and of course the soft start installed. So with that combination, I am able to run my air conditioner off of my lithium battery, and we do it all the time. And it's become so common that it's not even a novelty anymore. It's really, I really take it for granted because we can stop for fuel and then grab some lunch and just sit there in the leisure travel van, no matter how hot it is, turn on that air conditioner, and it just runs off battery. How long will it run? Well, if I were to run it continuously with the compressor on all the time, then you're looking at about 2.5 hours before it gets to that 10% mark that you want to cut the battery off and don't want to run it below 10%. Keep that in mind. Don't run your lithium batteries below 10% if you can. If you do, just charge them up immediately. Don't let them sit there like that. But with the, I wanted to test it. We were in Florida not too long ago, and we went where we left the dogs in the coach. I set the thermostat at 78 degrees. It was about 90 outside. And of course, it's Florida, so it was humid. And I was able to monitor on the phone because I have a Waggle, which if you don't know about Waggle, I do highly suggest one of those two. It's just a temperature monitoring that you can get on your phone. I never leave the dogs in the coach without that going so I can, be alerted if something happens. Well, we were gone for 3 hours and I had the temperature set at 78 degrees. I came back, I hit my Lithionics app. I wanted to see exactly how much battery I had left, and I had 40% still left. So we ran for a little bit over 3 hours with that air conditioner set at 78 degrees, totally comfortable in the coach, and still 40% left. So again, one of the best modifications that we did to our RV. My Airstream, it just came with AGM batteries. I have not yet done the big Lithionics. I plan on putting a minimum of 630 amp hours in there and a 3,000 watt inverter as well, so that I can run those air conditioners on battery. And boy, like I said, we really take it for granted in the leisure travel van. When you're when we stopped for lunch at, on our way back from Colorado a couple of weeks ago, and we were in West Texas, and it's 100 degrees outside. It was so hot in there, but we just kind of sat in there, ate our lunch in about 5 minutes, and got out. It was miserable, so I was really missing the ability. But again, it all goes back to convenience. And for us, enjoying the RV lifestyle is what we love to do. And if I can run my air conditioner no matter what power source I have, whether it be just on battery, whether it be in a driveway with 15 amp service, or if you're at an RV park with 30 or 50 amp service, then I have basically air conditioning no matter where I am. Generator, 15 amp, 30 amp, 50 amp, lithium power. So that to me is the RV dream. Now then, a couple of caveats on the lithium. You do need a minimum of 300 amp hours. So if you just have, say, 2 Battleborns, not really advisable to do that because of a lot of electrical stuff that I'm not that smart about. But I do know that it's not advisable to run an air conditioner or a 3,000 watt inverter on just 2 batteries. And yes, you do need a 3,000 watt inverter to run that air conditioner. The 2,000 watt just can't handle it. And so you do need a 3,000 watt, and you can't run that 3,000 watt without a minimum of 300 amp hours of batteries. That's what Battleborn says anyway. But with our Lithionics, 315, and by the way, they've updated that to 320 now. Yes, all day long, it handles that like a breeze. So anyway, also, if you're going to be doing all this, you need dog bones. And so, like I said, this is a 15 amp to a 30 amp. So if you have a 30 amp coach, I would carry a 15 to a 30. Then I also carry a 30 to a 50, because you may get to an RV park, plug into that 30 and it not work. But the 50 amp does. That's actually happened to me on a couple of occasions. Some RV parks keep their maintenance really well. Some of them don't. So again, you just want to make sure that you test that power before you plug your coach in to make sure you're not going to fry it. So carry an analyzer along with it. And I've got a list to everything we carry, all the dog bones, all of the analyzers, all of the surge protectors. I've got a list of that, and I'll link that right there. And so you don't have to do, I've done all the research and used these products, and so you can rest assured that they actually do work well. And then if you have a 50 amp coach, same thing, a 15 to a 50, and then a 15 or a 50 to a 30. Always be prepared. So I think that basically covers it all. If you have any questions, put those in the comments down below. If I don't know it, I do know a lot of experts, and I will ask them, and we will try to get the answers to those questions. But with that being said, again, hit that subscribe button, hit the old thumbs up, and then, hey, check out the website, pagosasupply.co, where we have a ton of lithium upgrade guide, all kinds of custom products for your leisure travel van. Then I'm also partnering with the Airstream Live store, where we have some great products with them as well. And again, they're all there on the website. But with that being said, we will see you next time.